So it's President's Day today, guys, a federal holiday, which means the stock market is closed today. Even though I feel like everybody I've talked to is still working today, the markets are closed. Markets are closed, but the show must still go on here on the YouTube channel, guys, because we have 7 companies to break down, 7 stocks, all of which are set to report earnings during this short week. So we're going to break down the stocks, the charts, the EPS, and revenue estimates, plus more. So hit that freaking like button, guys. Make sure to subscribe. You might as well get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo as well, each up to $2,000 by simply using that link down below or by going to stocksurfast.com/Moomoo. We'll talk more about that later. Don't worry, guys. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So again, markets are closed right now, even though I feel like everybody and their grandma is still working today, unless you're a government employee or you're in school, I guess. But yeah, markets are closed, guys, and we're pretty much trading at all-time highs right now on the indexes, which you guys probably know, the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, maybe not so much the Russell, but those other 3 are pretty much all at all-time highs, which we're not going to get too deep into the indexes in this video, but keep in mind, heading into this earnings week, we're looking pretty good when it comes to the indexes, right? All-time highs, which at this point, you guys definitely know that, right? Unless you've been living under a rock over the past couple of months at this point. But yeah, we're looking pretty good. Let's just say the bulls are in charge heading into this short week. And again, we have a lot of companies to break down. So let's just dive into it with the first one here, which is none other than Walmart, ticker symbol WMT. And you'll notice a lot of these stocks, guys, like the indexes, they're trading near all-time highs. Maybe not all of them, but a good amount of these stocks that we're going to talk about today are looking pretty good on the charts. They're at their 52-week highs. And again, they're pushing all-time highs. And funny enough, now that I'm looking at this, I forgot about this. Walmart is set to report on this Tuesday, which is not what I forgot. What I did forget is the fact that they're doing a 3-to-1 stock split, which you guys can see here if I zoom in a bit at the bottom. 3-for-1 stock split is scheduled for the 26th, so a week from today, not this Monday, but next Monday is when we're getting that. And mind you, Walmart now is looking like it's pushing all-time highs. It looks like we're about to break above the highs from the middle of November, being about 170, 171. At least it's trying to, guys. So we're going to see how that plays out here moving forward, heading into earnings this week. So they're on Tuesday, tomorrow, right? Yeah, tomorrow in the morning, they're looking to do EPS of $1.53 versus $1.71 from last year on revenue of $158.36 billion versus $164 billion roughly from last year. That would be down 3.5% year over year. So for Walmart, guys, expect pretty flat to actually declining revenues year over year. Same thing with EPS, but it seems like the stock, as of now at least, doesn't care about that. Again, we're trading at 52-week highs pretty much and near all-time highs. In fact, we just hit an all-time high in the past couple of days. So Walmart is one that for sure I'm watching, maybe for a further breakout here if earnings, come in better than expected. Maybe guidance is strong. This could be breaking mid-170s, maybe even higher in my opinion. So keep your eyes on it. Again, earnings are tomorrow morning, 3-for-1 stock split in about a week, which is going to be interesting. We'll see how that ends up playing out. So we also have Home Depot, ticker symbol HD. Let me pull it up and show you guys. Home Depot, funny enough, well, not funny enough, but, not to anybody's surprise, really, is trading at a 52-week high, or at least a high here on the 4-hour chart. And if I pull up the max chart or maybe the 3-year chart, you guys can see we're not quite yet at all-time highs or near all-time highs right now, but we are breaking out to almost a 2-year high right now on Home Depot. The last time it was at 360 was back in, February of 2022. So I guess that was 2 years ago at this point. So Home Depot is tomorrow morning as well. Let me double check that. Yep, tomorrow morning, Tuesday the 20th of February in the morning. So they're looking to do EPS of 277 versus 330 from last year. So that's going to be down year over year on revenue of $1.26 billion. Actually, no, excuse me. That's the next company here. That's Rivian. Home Depot, if they did $1.26 billion, guys, yeah, the world's ending. No, they're doing $34.6 billion projected versus $35.8 billion from last year. So they're looking to be down about 3.5% year over year on revenue, very similar to what we saw with Walmart. So let's see, guys. This stock is up around 70. Actually, no. My math's way off. $85 to $90 pretty much over the past couple of months. So, yeah, let's see if this momentum continues. It's up 30% since that low at 275. Now we're at 360. So let's see if this continues, guys. Although we do have a bearish divergence here on Home Depot, which is not the best sign, in my opinion. You guys can see the RSI here at the bottom. It's making lower highs as we are still making higher lows on the stock chart. So Home Depot and Walmart, for that matter, guys, I'm not looking to rush into these near the highs heading into earnings. So we'll see how, well, I guess I can't rush into them considering the markets are closed today and earnings come out tomorrow morning. But yeah, either way, I'm watching them. I'm not looking to FOMO into these even after the earnings. But either way, we'll see how they play out. And to be honest, Walmart might be the more attractive setup heading into earnings, as again, we are at the highs now from November, and arguably we're about to break out and maybe see this triangle play out, which would be really good for the bulls. So keep your eyes on Walmart, Home Depot, and Rivian, which is stock number 3 for the video. Their stock is very beaten down over the past couple of months and weeks, for that matter, as we are now towards the bottom of this channel on the 4-hour time frame. We've been consolidating between $15-16 over the past roughly month at this point. So yeah, if Rivian breaks up past, let's say, 17.50, it could be getting ready for a ride from that point. And they're set to report earnings on Wednesday after the bell, the 21st of February. So keep your eyes on that. They're looking to do EPS of negative $1.32 versus negative $1.73 from last year. So losses will be narrowing for Rivian, which is good news. And for revenue, guys, they're looking to do $1.26 billion versus $663 million from last year. So expect pretty robust revenue growth out of Rivian, up 90% projected year over year, which is pretty good. Very good, if you ask me, right, guys? And hopefully that continues into the future. Full disclosure, I'm not in Rivian, but this is a company that I feel like could do well longer term. It's not guaranteed, obviously, but we'll see how it plays out. And for me in the short term, guys, I'm going to set alerts at $17. Mark is at or above, and I'll do another one at $17.50. Mark is at or above $17 and 50 cents rather, and that's right by the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart. If that breaks, we could be taken off even further from there. So Rivian, keep your eyes on it. Etsy as well, ETSY. Let me pull this up and show you. This has been downtrending over the past couple of months, and at the same time making higher lows. So you guys can see we do have a bit of a wedge here on Etsy. Let's see what direction this thing does end up picking. Obviously, the bulls are slightly in, they have a slight advantage right now. We are slightly above the moving averages. We have a golden cross in the making here on the 4-hour chart, but to get the bulls, even more in control, they're going to have to break $80. Mid to low 80s, in my opinion. That needs to break here for Etsy. So they're set to report, I believe, on Thursday. Wednesday the 21st after the bell. So keep your eyes on them for Wednesday. They're looking to do 77 cents of EPS, which comes in line with what they did last year, 77 cents. And revenue is looking to come in at $827 million versus $807 million from last year, or growth of around 2.5%. Really not much at all. When it comes to growth on the top line for Etsy. And it all comes down to, again, the direction on this 4-hour chart, right? Because again, we're in a wedge, clear as day here. So, if we break above 80.85, maybe we can get a breakout trading opportunity on Etsy, which will probably take some time. We're going to have to get those earnings. The stock's got to digest the earnings. If guidance comes in pretty strong, maybe we could be getting ready for a breakout. So Etsy, ETSY, keep your eyes on it. Square as well, now formerly known as, or actually Block, formerly known as Square. They're set to report earnings on, I believe, Thursday. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, Thursday after the bell, and they're looking to do EPS of 59 cents versus 22 cents from last year on revenue of $5.7 billion versus 4.65 from last year. That would be up around 22% year over year. Not bad. Not bad at all for Square, also known as Block. I'll always call them Square, guys. I don't know. It's like Twitter and X. I'm always calling it Twitter. Maybe not in 5 years from now. By then, we'll all be used to it being called X. But for the meantime, this is still Square, and Twitter or X is still Twitter. At least to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, Block is not looking so great right now in terms of the chart. We've been under these moving averages for the past couple of weeks, and Friday we had a 5.5% red day, which is not good. So this one's kind of hanging on by a thread here, in my opinion. We do have a descending triangle as well. Let me show you guys this. We have lower highs being made into this support at about $63, and by the looks of it, man, we're probably going to go test $63. That's right where we, held back in the end of January, it looks like, about 3 weeks ago. If we test that again and it breaks, we could start slipping even further to the downside. Let me set my alert. Mark is at or below $63. Let's do this now. $63. Mark is at or below. Let me create that alert, and we'll see if we start selling off even further. Maybe, if this thing does get pretty oversold, it could be a bounce back play candidate, but it all comes down to earnings, guys. It all comes down to earnings. We'll see how that plays out. So before we break down the last 2 stocks for this video, guys, do not forget to get your free stocks from Moomoo, up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000 by simply using that link down below or by going to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. Listen, guys, once you open up your account and fund it with your initial $100 deposit, you get 5 stocks, each of those up to $2,000, and it gets even better, guys. Fund your account with at least $1,000. On top of those 5 stocks you just got, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks. And again, each of those could be valued up to $2,000. And there's a bunch of other perks by using that link down below. So do it, guys. Go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo, or again, go down below, get your stocks. Let me know which ones you get in the comments. And with that being said, cheers. Let's talk about the final 2 stocks for the video, which the first of the last 2 is INTU, ticker symbol INTU, which has been crushing it. This stock has been on fire over the past couple of months, past couple of weeks, past couple of years. You freaking name it, guys. INTU is almost back to all-time highs, which we hit back in 2021, it looks like, the end of 2021, so a little over 2 years ago now. We hit 716, then we pulled down to 339. Now we're pushing mid-high 600s again, and who knows, maybe all-time highs could be tested at some point this year. It's not guaranteed, but it could be happening by the looks of the trend on the stock, right, guys? So they're set to report earnings on Thursday after the bell, the 22nd of February, and let's see, they're looking to do EPS of $2.30 versus $2.20 from last year on revenue of $3.39 billion. I don't have the estimate from last year, but yeah, $3.39 billion is what they're looking to do for this upcoming quarter, or for the quarter they're about to report for. And again, this thing is pretty much priced to perfection, if you ask me, at least in the short term. So in my eyes, earnings are going to have to crush it for this to go up even more. Guidance has to be on point for it to go up even more. And who knows, man, that could happen. And the last one here is Dutch Bros, ticker symbol BROS. And this chart looks a bit wonky. I'm not going to lie. It's been all over the place over the past couple of months. But Dutch Bros is set to report earnings, it looks like, here on the 21st, which is on Wednesday after the bell. They're looking to do 2 cents of EPS versus 3 cents from last year on revenue of $252 million versus $201.8 million from last year. That would be up 25% year over year. Pretty incredible there. If you ask me, when it comes to Dutch Bros, well, I don't want to say incredible. Maybe that's, exaggerating a bit, but 25% year over year. Not bad, not bad for this coffee chain that is trying to grow. And who knows, maybe at some point it will be in the East Coast. I've never tried it before. Maybe they do have, some locations in the East Coast that I don't know about, but I'm pretty sure they're mostly West Coast right now. I'm not sure if they're looking to expand. They might be. I have to look deeper into, the business. I'm not too familiar with Dutch Bros as a business, but hey, man. Come to New Jersey, come to the East Coast, tri-state area, and your boy is going to try some Dutch Bros. But in the meantime, we're going to be watching the stock and see how it performs after these earnings coming up. So what do you guys think? Do you own any of these stocks? And full disclosure, I don't directly own any of these stocks that we talked about. But if you do, let me know in the comments. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We're trying to get to 50,000 subs this year, so make sure you guys go do that. And with that being said, I'll catch you later.